We're gonna go pretty.
Wait, we go pretty.
There's no facial hair.
Are we joining the desk over there?
Kendall Schmidt is.
Oh.
Back off, guys.
Sorry.
He's 23. I could be his mother. That's crazy. Kendall Schmidt on the Rich Eisen Show when we come back. Stick and stay. If it's not a train wreck, it's not that much fun.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're definitely having fun today, don't you think?
We're having a great time. I'm out at circle time today. Are you kidding? This is fantastic.
This is show 15.
14. Oh, 15. You're
15,
right.
yeah.
15.
We haven't had a call drop in the 14 days prior, and we haven't had a guest not be able to call in because they're abroad.
Right.
And
Yeah, I almost didn't show up either. Yeah, they pulled me here, and I was like, it seems like they're going to need it today. No.
You know what would be a great prank if I don't show up? They're already, they're
exactly.
already
I'm happy to be part of a well-oiled train wreck, you know.
That is
For
just
sure.
the mojo that I bring to the show.
What normally would you be doing on a Friday?
time is it?
At 10.
10:15?
Yeah.
Battling traffic? I don't know. What else do you do in LA? You battle traffic. I would have dropped one kid off in the Valley, another kid off in Hollywood. I would have been, I don't know, drinking heavily by then. 10:15?
Yeah, on a Friday,
Right?
we can.
What? Happy hour somewhere.
Happy
It's
hour in
clearly
town, yeah.
happy hour in London.
Have
I'm
you ever
just saying.
Have you ever been to London? Have you ever been to London?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
It's one of my favorite cities. I actually gave Marshall, this may be my fault, I gave him a list of restaurants to go to last night. And maybe he's still at the Chiltern Street Firehouse. I don't know. But, I mean, he's...
You have to be careful there.
It's a good place.
You know, New York never sleeps, but London doesn't really sleep either.
No.
You know, you can get into a lot of trouble.
A little bit of danger
for
there?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple late nights there for sure.
We gotta have Kendall weigh in on the poll question since he's been there.
Tell
Have
me.
you been to Wembley?
I have not. I actually flew over it though in a
Okay.
helicopter.
We'll
So I can give you the upper. You know, it looked great from a helicopter.
Did you like how we snuck in a helicopter?
in a helicopter.
And by the way,
I saw a
what were the
helicopter drop.
circumstances that you got to do this in a helicopter? That's
We
incredible.
were filming something. It was a thing, you know, and they were like, "Hey, let's fly over, you know, the stadium."
Because that's what they do when they film things. If you were in a
Sometimes-
boy band,
Sometimes you
you
have
could
to
have
rent.
been in a helicopter too.
I screwed up two things in my life. Not being a European.
Where else would you rather live than a place where it's summer all year round? That's why we live here. It's kind of great, people. I'm Susie Schuster inside the Rich Eisen Studios, and Kendall Schmidt joins me now. His band is called Heffron Drive. His album that is out right now is called Happy Mistakes. Hi, Kendall.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me. I just want to say, look, I've lived out here for a long time, grew up out here. It's throwing me off now at this point.
Why?
It's late October and it's hot.
It's ridiculous.
It's too hot for late October, and I think there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Something's happening here.
Is this a global warming announcement?
Maybe it's just LA warming.
Right.
But it's ridiculous.
It's all the hot air from all the actors and actresses looking for
Exactly, and I know because this has happened in the past. It's gonna rain on Halloween.
Don't say that. Those are fighting words.
Just gonna say it.
That's a serious holiday in my
I
life.
know, especially with kids, I'm sure. But I'm just saying, like, it's gonna rain. It's gonna be hot, and then it's gonna rain.
How did you go from being a kid in Wichita to suddenly sitting here with 2 million Twitter followers in crazy band after crazy band?
Wow. I mean, it's a long story, really. The short of it
Make it
is
snappy.
The short of it is, you know, I don't know what inspired my parents to let us go after acting. We have no entertainment background in my family at all, and my oldest brother wanted to do it, so we all got into it. I have 2 older brothers, there's 3 of us, and just was acting my whole life, and then, you know, Big Time Rush came when I was 18, so I had gone on thousands of auditions before I booked that. So it was a long, you know, process, and now, from booking that show to now was like that, because it was all kinds of crazy stuff happening, and now it's like starting over with a new band and a new project and new ideas. It's crazy.
I always think it's so fascinating that one day you're a regular guy, the next day you've got something like Big Time Rush, and now everyone recognizes you, and wherever you go, you must have girls running through, you know, malls and following you and getting all excited. What's that like in your head, and how do you rationalize that?
What I think is interesting is it's never, well, I'm not going to say never, it's rarely ever me who gets feeling uncomfortable. It's usually people assuming that because of being on a show, that I might be different than anybody else. But I'm the same as anyone. I'm the same person I was back in Kansas. So, like, that's always weird for me because I'm like, oh man, I wonder why they think that I would be any different than anybody else. So that bums me out. But, I mean, whenever someone comes up, it's like the coolest thing ever. Someone wants to take a photo with you, like, because they like you and look up to you. Like, yeah, that's the coolest job ever, I think.
Do they ever confuse you, being Kendall Schmidt, with your character?
With the
in
character?
show?
Oh yeah, they say, what's your name? I'm like, Kendall.
Right.
And they go, no, but what's your real name? I'm like, Kendall.
I always joke around with our friends who are actors that say, you know, for Rich, for instance, you know, Rich is Rich Eisen, he is who he is, so people are comfortable. We'll go to a restaurant with an actor, and they'll say, hey, Rich, how you doing? They'll talk football, but they'll look at him, at the actor next to us and just stare at them.
Yeah.
There's like a separation, I think.
It's like almost as if trying to see if they're gonna like explode or something. You know, like what's gonna happen. And
Right.
really, I think if anything, it's just that, you know, if you put out like I wonder if they're gonna be weird, it might come back like that. I don't know. But I mean, we all have our weird days. I mean, I'm sure, you know, early morning.
Today.
Yeah, I'm sure early morning.
I'm having a
before
weird.
coffee, we all have our weird moments. You know, at least I do.
What's your inspiration for this album? Where did it come from?
A lot of inspiration is just love in general, the aspect of love, all kind of.
Oh, you're 23. What do you know about love?
Well, this is a prime time in love in my life. It's not just about perfect love either. It's about it not happening.
Right.
You know, so it's that Happy Mistakes. The song, for instance, is just about life and making things happen and never giving up, that kind of thing. So I wanted songs in there that were messages for everyone, and then I wanted songs that were, you know, love songs, because I just tend to write love songs. So,
Oh, every girl is thinking, oh, Kendall, will you write one about me?
hey, it might have been.
Right.
You
You want to
never
write one
know.
about a 42-year-old mom of 3?
Well,
That's
just wait.
fodder.
My next single.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna call it Supermom.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that one. Let's talk about
it here first, guys.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
Him writing a song, Supermom.
right.
We might
Supermom.
hold him to it.
Right.
By the way, maybe we could do it in the break. We could write a few
Write
verses.
the song.
Yeah, write a few lines.
A couple verses.
We had Ice-T on with
Yeah, a couple
Rich.
verses.
And
By
Rich,
the way,
Rich
no
rapped.
joke.
Where's the piano?
I know. We don't have that one yet.
No.
Maybe that's what we need for
The
open
next
air
thing we
piano.
need is a piano. That and really great snacks. But I mean, you know, a piano.
Agreed.
So, right?
I'll agree with that, and snacks, yeah, for sure.
Being the mom, I'm thinking like, we need good snacks here. This is
Yeah,
very
we got-
important.
We need some like Cheez-Its or something around
Cheez-Its?
here.
Oh,
Jesus.
Chris Long, we need Cheez-Its.
What's fueling
Stat.
Heffron Drive? Cheez-Its.
Yes. No, they know that. I have quite a few boxes of Cheez-Its from fans.
Wait, what's the craziest thing on your rider for like when you go on tour?
For a long time we had a puppy.
You would just have to have
a puppy.
Wow.
And sometimes they made it happen. There was like 2 like brand new like newborn English bulldogs one time, and then Universal Studios, we were doing a BTR show. Universal Studios got us Scooby-Doo, like the character Scooby-Doo, and
Wow.
he hung out with us for an hour.
That's
So like
amazing.
we're in our dressing room and the Scooby-Doo's just there. We're like,
That's so cool.
what's up, man? But that nothing too crazy. I always ask for like organic almond milk, and you'd be surprised how impossible it is to find that.
No,
Is that
I wouldn't
weird?
be surprised.
I mean, when you're in like, you know, Detroit, it's kind of hard to find organic almond milk.
I did back-to-back-to-back weeks in Tallahassee when I was on ABC. Let me tell you something. There was not a whole lot of organic in Tallahassee back then.
Organic anything.
It's changing now. It's better now.
You people in your organic.
You know what?
Listen, not all of us have like thick beards and grew up in the middle of nowhere. So some of us actually like organic almond milk. Which, by the way, if you want to come over, I've got 4 or 5 gallons of it in mine. This conversation is going in a strange place. I'm going to ask you about football. You grew up playing football.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Butterfingers? Was that really your nickname?
It was. That was in my later years, actually, in playing football. I would like to think I was way better in 3rd grade and 4th grade. But so when I started coming out to California, I didn't want to give up playing football. And so I couldn't go to regular school, obviously, because of auditions. It never would have worked. So
You were
we had
homeschooled.
homeschooled my whole life, pretty much. So we had the Burbank Vikings. So I played for the Burbank Vikings.
Amazing.
Growing up, and I played tight end, number 88.
And that's why you like Tony Gonzalez.
Exactly. Why I like Tony Gonzalez, but Tony Gonzalez has way better hands than I did. That's for sure.
What?
My only catch as a tight end was right before the end of the half. So I caught it, ran 20 yards. It was awesome. I thought I had done something great for my team, and then it was the halftime. And so
And then
Nothing.
also Troy Aikman.
that was like I wrote to him as a kid. That
Did
was
you
like,
write back?
I think I got one response, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I was like 5 or 6 or 7, but that was like my football hero. Still is. I saw him at Paramount like a year ago, Paramount Studios. He was probably doing an interview or something, and he drove by in a golf cart, and I was
Right.
like this, and he still looks
He still
awesome.
looks great.
Looks like football. He could go out there and play right now,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sure.
a stud. He could probably.
I would love. You know, I've actually had a couple really cool experiences. I caught a pass from. I don't know if he's still playing as the starting quarterback for the Dolphins. Who's the starting quarterback for the Dolphins?
Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill right now.
Yeah, Tannehill.
This would have been 2 years ago.
Matt Moore.
Right.
And
Young
then,
guy.
Oh, man, 2
Oh,
years
What,
ago.
like 2 years ago?
2 years ago?
Could have been
Chad Henne
Could
from
have
Michigan?
been second string.
Chad Henne from Michigan?
I think that might have been kind of longer haired, younger guy. I don't know. I may be way off. But
Oh,
anyway,
Matt Moore.
it was the Dolphins quarterback.
It could have been Matt Moore. Chad Henne always had a regimented haircut.
Matt Moore had long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were doing the national anthem at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium,
Okay.
and they were warming up, and we were doing like a rehearsal thing, and I was like this, and he goes, "Go out," and so I took off, and I ran a post route right for it, and I caught a bomb. It was just like right there.
When you run a post route, where are you breaking? 10 yards in, 12 yards?
I always do 10 just by habit, because when I was playing tight end, my play was a power right, roll right, tight end out, and it was always 10 and out.
Nice.
So whenever I heard that
Spider three
in
wide
the
banana.
huddle, it was power right, roll right. I was like, because like this is my play,
yeah.
and I never caught it.
Right. You watched Cheech, and did you watch the Chiefs and Chargers?
I said Cheech and Chong. I was like, yeah, I watched that.
I might have.
I did watch the game, and I had a bit of a rivalry going with my boy James from BTR because he's from San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted him and was, talking a little smack.
What kind of smack does one talk in a Chiefs Chargers?
Well, you got no chance. I actually ended up saying, "You want to race?" At
Wow.
the end, just
Wow.
throwing it out there. We can talk about football all day, but I was like, let's race.
You want a boat race?
No,
or do
like
you want
race, foot race.
We have a phone call, believe it or not. Would you like to take a phone call?
Yes.
Yeah, this is our first ever
This
guest
is fantastic.
taking a phone call,
Right.
and
So
you
many
tweeted
firsts
out
on
that
the
you're
show
coming
today.
on the show.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
So we have Alondra in Fort Myers, Florida. She's a big fan, apparently. She wants to ask you a question.
Alondra.
Oh my gosh, Kendall. I seriously love your music. I just wanted to let you know that. I really did try to take the risk talking to you right now. You could tell, I don't know if you can tell I'm really, really nervous.
No, you sound great.
You sound great.
You sound like you're having a great day so far.
Let me ask you a question, Alondra. How cute is he?
How cute is he? Like, from 1 to 10? And I can 11.
A 12?
Sure.
This is too much. Am I blushing too? Is that happening right now? It seems like it.
Susie's putting you in a box. We don't want to put Kendall in a box here. He's
Guys watch this show too. I don't want them to be like, get him off of here.
No, it's fine.
Like talking about.
I guess Alondra didn't really so much have a question as so much as
I think that was really like a how cute is
we're
he?
flying by the seat of our pants here, but Alondra.
If anyone wants to call in to talk to me or Chris Law, like, when
I leave, I'm gonna call back.
Call back.
Yeah, all right.
And I'll just be, hello.
Hi, I have a question for Kendall.
Yeah.
Are you a Royals fan?
Yes, of course. I've seen one game there at the stadium. But it's a great time for Kansas. It's been a good time for Kansas in sports the last couple of years, especially with Wichita State in basketball.
Right.
That was like, I'm from Wichita, so that for me was like, how is this even happening? And of course, I had everyone who was like, just wait till they play someone really good. And then of course, the first game was at Kentucky, I think, or Duke. No, they played Duke. Anyway, they lost the first. They lost the first, really big game, and so of course, I had everyone calling me, being like, "Told ya." But in general,
that's always nice.
Yeah, that's always nice. In general, Kansas is doing great, and we had KU's been having some great years. Wichita State with basketball. KSU is having a great. My parents were KSU, so I got to represent a little bit. No, Wildcats.
Wildcats, yes.
And so
too many teams.
they're having a good year too. So Kansas is rocking right now.
Well, didn't your parents? You said they went to K-State.
Yeah.
Big Wildcat fans, but you go the opposite and root for the Jayhawks. Like, how does one do that to their?
Okay, well, I'm a Kansas supporter.
Okay.
The state doesn't get a lot of love. It's right in the middle. People forget about it, I think, from time to time. And fact of the matter is we have some serious athletes there. So it doesn't matter to me whether it's KSU or KU. I'm happy either way.
You're just like a happy guy.
I'm just a happy guy.
What is there not to be happy about when you're Kendall Schmidt and you're 23 and you're sitting in this chair? You've got Alondra calling in, and I kind of think where you're sitting is a pretty happy place.
I feel pretty good. And my birthday's coming up.
When's your birthday?
November 2nd.
Ladies out there, November 2nd is Kendall's birthday. I think you should all make him cards. Send them. What do you think? Like
cards?
a present?
We can just make
like
an
a tweet,
e-card.
like a
Save
happy
the
birthday
paper, make an
tweet?
e-card. I'll take that.
So you're worried about global warming and you're conserving paper. I think I kind of like this about you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This
I'll
has
come
been so
talk
much
football
fun
with you
having
guys anytime.
Do you want to talk more football? We can go down. Do you want to go heavy duty?
Let's talk about that hit. The
yeah.
Chiefs game.
Jamal Charles.
Yeah.
Jamal Charles, Brandon Flowers.
Mhm.
That was a hit. The hit was crazy. The run
Right.
everyone's kind of ignoring the run. Do we have that? Is
I don't
that
think we
run
call it
on
up.
here somewhere? But that run was ridiculous.
Yeah, the teammate collision was
He
pretty
went
ugly.
right here, all the way
Oh, wait.
across the field. Right? And then, cutting back, the back again, breaking ankles. And then, bam! Wow.
And then Jamal Charles, of course, all week he did not want to get tested for concussions. But by the way, I think
No!
they had to have done concussion testing
Yeah.
on the sidelines after that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
almost
they
helped
did. He came out of the game. It's questionable as to whether he's going to go this week. I think he is. But we might have opened a can of worms. We're not going to take another one right now. But the phone lines are completely full right now.
Oh,
And
we need to take more calls, can't we?
Should we take one more?
let's take another call.
Yes.
Okay. This is it might be Bakota in Frederick, Maryland, I believe.
Bakota.
And yeah, she's got a song question for you.
Hello.
Hi, Dakota.
Is it
Oh, it's Dakota, like the state.
Oh, like the state. Hi, Dakota
That makes
in
sense.
Maryland.
Hi.
Dakota?
Okay. So Kendall, if you could cover a country song, what song would you cover?
Cover a country song. What song would I cover? Oh, well, I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. I'll be up. I can't go that low. It's too low.
Well,
That was great. It's too low. I started off too low. I should have. Well, no.
You want to try again?
No, I'm
In
good.
3, 2, and
Here
1.
we go. 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. So that's the one I'd cover. Garth Brooks in general is the man.
Dakota, thank you so much for that question. We appreciate you calling in because without you calling in, we wouldn't have a live musical guest. And by the way, you can come back anytime you want,
I'd love to. Maybe
We
play
will
some
light up.
Happy Mistakes.
right?
Yeah.
I would love it. Could you play outside? We could be like a.
How
we
about
can
this?
set you up
Don't
out
even
there.
hook me up with stuff. I'll just be playing back there, and you won't even hear it. It'll just be really awkward.
It'd be like
that I'm in
something
this
about
window.
Mary with the two
Yeah.
guys going through.
I'll just be in the window playing, and I won't go away
love it.
for the whole show.
Appreciate you coming in. Leslie Visser coming up after this. This is the Rich Eisen Show at DirecTV, El Segundo, California.
Breaking.
Gorgeous day in El Segundo, California. Every day's a gorgeous day. It's also a gorgeous day when you get to come in here. I'm Susie Schuster for the Rich Eisen Show. Rich is in transit coming back from Denver after last night's win. Denver over the Chargers. And I'm joined, of course, by Chris. And Chris, guys, are we going to get Marshall in? Is he going to call in from London?
Yeah,
or
I just
what's
got a
happening?
text from him. He just walked into his hotel room,
Okay.
so we're gonna
Okay,
give that a
nice.
shot, and I'll see if I can get him on.
How
while
fun
you
is
guys-
Kendall?
He's so sweet. And
That's
how about
great.
the phone line?
It's
But
on
they're
fire.
still blowing up right now.
But amazing. And
That
you
girl
guys,
couldn't believe she actually got through.
all you girls, he's so nice. And he's so cute. I mean, that's a
As
sweet
advertised. As
I
advertised.
just like that he was real too. Like he was,
Yeah.
he's like, people come up to me, they want my picture.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a Midwest thing, I think.
I think you're right, but also you know this so well. It's the
Being
D-listers.
famous? Yes, I do. I
yeah,
know
so
that
well.
being famous.
It's the D-listers who act like they're
Right.
so much better than everybody else.
It's true.
You know what I mean? The D-listers, right? The A-listers, like,
Yeah,
he's
can I
a
just
sweet
be
kid. He's
connected
the
to room?
same kid he was. Eric Stone Street, I think, is the exact same way in person, like to
Right.
anybody he meets. Lovely and nice. It's some of the D-lister actors that you're like, my God, who are you?
Like,
Because
why would you do that? Why would you be a jerk
Really?
to someone who is a fan of yours? It makes no sense
He's
to me.
parking the car. Say thank you. He's giving you your dinner. Say thank you and please. I mean, it does crack me up how people
It
get
makes
out
me
of
laugh.
their minds.
I was digging his flannel shirt. That's something that I would wear. That's we would wear.
Rich would love his hair, huh? Wouldn't Rich like that?
Oh.
You'd love to have that.
Oh, I would kill for hair like that.
How about Pete Carroll's hair? You'd kill for that hair too.
I mean, I'd kill for Pete Carroll. What a life that guy's lead.
Update on the
Yeah.
show here. Marshall Falk on the line.
Oh, nice.
We got him.
We found him.